So, everybody in this modern day and age is used to their phone and social media and just constantly being on their phone, constantly being on social media and looking for that quick fix. And it's actually one of the worst things you can actually do. And the reason being is it wastes a lot of time, by the way. It really does. It's one of the reasons it's so bad is how much time it actually wastes. But also, on top of that, it most of the stuff you're looking at is just brain rot. It shortens your attention span. It There's so many negative not even benefits, negative side effects is what the word I'm looking for, right? So the best thing you can do, you've heard of what's the shite word for it? A dopamine detox, right? You've heard of a dopamine detox, but have you heard of a digital detox? That's what this video is about, a digital detox. And a digital detox is a set period of time where you decide to stay away from your devices, stay away from social media sites that have become an integral part of your life. All of this is addicting. Your phone is addicting. Social media is addicting. All of this shite is addicting, right? It is just that simple. And the issue is all of this has become an integral part of your life and you've become too used to having them. They're a distraction, you hide yourself in it. You waste so many hours of the day on your phone. So generally I usually pick about a week and a half, 2 weeks to do my detox. Is how long I would usually do the detox for, right? But let's see if you can even do 3 days, right? A lot of people do 30 days, would you believe? But a week seems to be the sweet spot. And the great thing about a digital detox is it gets you used to not being on it. So then you break the habit of being on it all the time, if you get me, right? So then you're not as inclined to be on it going forward. So, and a few people I know actually done a digital detox. And I asked them, what benefits did they see? Because I know the benefits I got. But there's no point me just telling you, this is the results I found, this is what I think, blah, blah, blah. Because if I continuously do that, what works for me mightn't work for you. So if I tell you that 3 people plus me all said the same thing without even talking beforehand or telling each other to say these things, it might actually benefit you some more. So 3 benefits a couple of my mates found out about a digital detox was they felt more content. They felt better about themselves, right? So they said to break away from their phone lowered their stress levels, made them feel happier. They thought they would feel, FOMO, the fear of missing out, but they actually didn't. They actually really liked their life without their phone and social media in their life. They felt they became more productive because they were bored. And that's a key to modern day society. Being bored is actually one of the best things you can do because it forces you to be productive. If I'm sitting in my room bored, I'll go over and grab the weights under my bed and do a shoulder exercise, do shoulders. If I'm really that bored, I might even just record extra YouTube videos so I can be ahead of myself, right? Not only that, but being bored, you read more books, so you're learning more. You're being left alone with your thoughts. These are things you can do. And then being left alone with your thoughts means you can process everything better. And you're letting your brain have room to breathe and room to think, where you're not pushing down things and you become more creative as a result of that, So it's very interesting that way. So I would recommend 4 to 7 days, so about half a week to a week of doing this digital detox. Let me know what you think of it. Obviously, comment this down below that if it benefited you in any way or if it didn't, right? And we can see what everybody else has thought of it. Now, you're probably wondering about the negative effects and the fear of missing out and it cutting us off from the world. But, like, does it really? Like, do you really need to keep up with the latest trends on social media? Or do you really need to, like, if you're that way inclined about knowing the news, if you live in Ireland, there's the RT News at 6 o'clock. If you live in the UK, there's GB News, there's Sky News. If you live in the US, you've CBS, NBC, you've Fox. Like, pick whatever one you like, you know what I mean? There's a news station in every single country, So just watch your local news. Now, a lot of the news, it's biased towards a certain opinion, to be honest with you, which is why I don't even look at the news. I don't really care. If I need to know something, I'm going to know about it. Someone in work will tell me, or, shit like that. Someone will say, oh, did you hear about this or that? And I'm like, no, I didn't. Tell me about it. And sure, you're in work, you're going to be having the chats anyway, so you learn. And yeah, look, you don't need to know. They say it cuts you off from the world, and it can have a negative impact on your mood. Now, I looked this up, and it came from nestlabs.com, right? And exactly what they said was, while they sound like a good idea, digital detoxes are unsustainable because they cut us off from the world. This can have a negative impact on your overall mood, as well as leading to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Rather than trying to detox, we should strive to develop a better relationship with the digital world. Now, that last bit I agree with, right? You don't want to be spending all day getting TikTok brain fog from just having your head buried in your phone and the blue light affecting your circadian rhythm and shit. But at the same time, it's not cutting you off from the world. It'll make you actually go out of your house and do something if you are really that bored and there's nothing to do in your house. Go outside and meet someone. There's nobody saying you can't send a WhatsApp message to someone. You know what I mean? Right? But then, at the same time, right, you need... And the reason why you do this detox in the first place, of course, is because the relationship you have with your phone and social media is an unhealthy relationship. It just plain and simply is, right? So you need to go from the extreme of being on your phone 5-6 hours a day to not using those apps at all. So you need to go from one extreme to the next, so that then when that's over, you land somewhere in the middle. You get me? Also, by the way, sometimes I like to take a sip of my water in the middle of a video, because the people who can't wait for the next fix, they go. I should start it off with me gulping a bottle of water. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Let me know what you think of that. But anyway, have a lovely rest of your day, and I should see you tomorrow. Mwah.